In a shocking incident that has sent shockwaves through the royal family and worldwide media, Prince Harry was arrested in Paris last night following a violent altercation with one of his bodyguards at the luxurious Hotel de Crillon. The Duke of Sussex reportedly got into a drunken brawl with his longtime security staffer after a heated argument spiraled outrageously out of control in the middle of the opulent hotel lobby. According to witnesses, the fracas started after Harry spent the evening drinking heavily at the hotel's chic Les Ambassadeurs bar and casino. Sometime after 2 a.m., a very inebriated prince began loudly berating members of his protective security detail over issues with staffing schedules and logistics for his Paris visit. Eyewitness accounts claim Harry became irate after being informed that budget constraints would require temporarily downsizing his protection staff for portions of his multi-day stay in the French capital. He was completely blitzed out of his skull on vodka Red Bulls and just going absolutely mental, screaming at his bodyguards how he's AF*** king prince and deserves full security protocol befitting royalty, described one shaken hotel employee working the overnight shift. Things properly detonated when one of the older protection officers calmly tried explaining budget limitations require occasionally downsizing his team between scheduled engagements. That's when Harry just snapped and completely lost it. Videos captured by stunned hotel guests and staffers show an enraged Harry aggressively shoving the 52-year-old bodyguard named Andy to the ground before raining down a flurry of punches as nearby horrified teammates scrambled to subdue the Duke amidst shouting and crashing furniture. The unruly display reportedly lasted nearly 5 minutes as Harry wildly flailed and threw haymakers in drunken rage until being physically restrained while Andy lay prone bleeding from facial wounds requiring several stitches. "I'm Prince Harry, you can't fire me. Unbunch your panties, you geriatric Kensington dunderhead lackeys." An apoplectic and red-faced Harry can be overheard yelling on the videos while unsuccessfully trying to wriggle free of restraints from burly security staff. "Pathetic wankers. This is precisely why Meghan and I ditched that inbred coven of useless racist flunkies in the first place." Within minutes, authorities from La Préfecture de Police had arrived and arrested Harry on charges of public intoxication, disorderly conduct, and assault while French emergency services tended to the injured bodyguard. The 38-year-old prince spent 7 hours overnight in a detainee holding cell before being released on €80,000 bail this morning pending an initial hearing in the coming days. Under French law, Harry could potentially face up to 7 years imprisonment if convicted on aggravated assault charges for violently attacking the member of his own security detail. "I've been working major Paris hotels for decades and never witnessed such a disgraceful, outrageous drunken display of violence from a so-called dignitary assaulting their own staff," said Philippe Lefebvre, the Hotel de Crillon's veteran night manager. Is this the typical behavior of real British royalty who are lauded as being poised and civilized nobility worldwide? If so, it's utterly shameful, spotlighting why France abolished that aristocratic rubbish ages ago. News of the Duke's arrest has already sparked an intense international media firestorm around his latest embarrassing personal scandal. Royal commentators speculated the violent incident inevitably dredges up past controversies like the infamous 2005 Nazi costume fiasco as Harry slipped back into old hard-partying ways, enabling his publicly humiliating antics. Several branded the drunken assault as another self-inflicted, freaking ginger meltdown, sabotaging the Sussexes' reputations just as they'd painstakingly redeemed themselves after 2020's disastrous Megxit divorce from Buckingham Palace. Sadly, Prince Harry once again appears stuck in a tragically toxic loop of immature outbursts stemming from anger and alcoholism demons that have long plagued his humanitarian philanthropic narrative, observed royal analyst Amanda Platell on British television. Just when you thought the Sussexes had finally turned a corner getting their shambolic lives into some semblance of stable order, this disgraceful incident arrives thrusting them into another blazing international controversy circus. It's almost becoming pathological at this point. Buckingham Palace and Kensington Palace have so far declined comment on the situation beyond confirming Harry is visiting Paris for a UK charity event along with vague claims his arrest stemmed from an unfortunate misunderstanding. For his part, the Duke of Sussex maintains his protective detail started the physical altercation by making thinly veiled racist comments toward him that crossed a line and provoked the violent response. Sources say Harry remains unapologetic and angrily blasted the entire royal system's security operations as a antiquated colonialist goon squad whose discriminatory days are numbered. The saga has even sparked allegations of a wider conspiracy cover-up involving the Paris hotel and French authorities suppressing full details of the incident. More extreme royal watchers advanced fringe theories claiming international actors potentially sabotage Harry's security team while visiting France out of retaliation for his recent inflammatory memoir, Spare, trashing the royal family scandals and mistreatment. Some speculated Harry may have even been targeted with spiked drinks at the hotel bar under dubious circumstances still being investigated. "The whole thing stinks worse than the freedom fries from rotten cover-up," said royal conspiracy YouTuber Jack Rico hours after news broke. "Everything raises red flags about a premeditated setup to humiliate the prince carried out by Crown agents colluding with EU syndicalists undermining his humanitarian justice platform over the books exposing those royal Luciferian puppet masters' crimes. No reasonable person beats up his own bodyguard in drunken rage without provocation, guaranteed someone slipped him xenochemical nanoalcohols targeting transgenic triggers." Added Rico, "No shock too if we soon learn certain swampy royals tipped off elements to sabotage his security detail, isolating Harry as easy prey for hostage exploitation leverage against Meghan before her bombshell alien hybrid spawn testimony detonating deep state cover-ups at The Hague's supranational intergalactic terraforming reparations council. Word is she has proof Queen Mother whacked Marvin Gaye over his plan releasing hyper-intelligent dolphin dominatrix agents destabilizing the Farnsworth trusts after his Jed pilgrimage awakening. I suggest the Sussexes flee to Lithuania where secured Santorini safehouses await passage off-world. However, the most damaging blowback so far has been accusations of reignited racism from Harry toward his own protective staff, especially the injured bodyguard who may have been targeted due to his minority background. Leaked audio appears to capture Harry drunkenly referring to Andy and other non-white security personnel in shockingly derogatory slurs amplifying criticisms the Duke has failed adequately atoning for his ignorant aristocratic bigotries.